shop, madame.
You speak French.
Oui.
The US and France use the same flag colors, both celebrate their independence in July, and share a love for rich foods. Similarities aside, here are 10 things the French do better than Americans. Number 10. Make the most of questionable ingredients. Case in point, escargot. Not only did the French take on the challenge of putting snails on the dinner table, they figured out a way to make them delicious.
Here we go. It's like an oyster. I love it.
Number 9. Open markets. Whether you're looking for antiques, flowers, or birds, chances are you can shop for them al fresco while in France. Paris alone has nearly 100 notable outdoor food shops and a dizzying number of places to pick up just about everything else. Number 8. Royal excess. The US has some large, outlandish residences, but not the type that help incite a beheading.
The middle section here is French classical style at its height. The work, I believe, of Louis Vuitton.
When residing at the Palace of Versailles, Marie Antoinette had a small rustic village built on the grounds so she could enjoy the peasant life from time to time. Meanwhile, actual peasants starved and revolutionaries further developed their particular distaste for the queen. Number 7. Vacation culture. The French take an average of 30 vacation days a year. That's more than just about everybody else on the globe, and triple the US average. Americans who get paid time off take a paltry 10, which is often fewer than they're allotted. Number 6. Bread. Why the bread in France tastes so much better than what even highly skilled bakers in the US bake up is largely a mystery. Some say it's because the flour is softer. It's also been suggested that in France, smaller batches are made more often, meaning it's always just out of the oven fresh. Number 5. High-speed trains. France has a network of 450 trains that are capable of traveling around 200 miles per hour, making them a reasonable alternative to planes. The US has one sort of fast train, although there is talk of building a few more. Number 4. Healthcare system. France's national healthcare system is lauded as being among the world's best. It's comprised of a vast network of professionals and private and public facilities.
Even though the boys were delivered by cesarean section and Nomi spent 9 days in a private room, leaving the hospital they paid
19 euros.
Contrary to popular belief, it's not a socialized system, yet every French citizen has full access. Number 3. Classifying and categorizing wine. Aside from the labels being written in French, what's in the bottle is pretty easy to identify. Certain areas grow certain grapes and produce particular varietals. For example, if you're drinking a white wine from Burgundy, you're most likely enjoying a Chardonnay. If you're drinking a white wine from California's Paso Robles area, it could be anything. Number 2. Impressionism. It wasn't until the late 19th century that France became a world center of creative innovation. Much of that is owed to Impressionism, a movement that was born there and best expressed by its artists, including Edouard Manet, Claude Monet, and Edgar Degas.
Today, Impressionism is more popular than any other art. The works transcend time, place, and culture.
Number 1. Cafes. The US is packed with all sorts of casual dining bars, pubs, and chain restaurants. But in France, the cafe is where the good times are at. Sadly, their numbers are dwindling, but despite that, Paris alone counts about 7,000 of them. What do you think France does best?